Another little piece of advice. In life, there are 3 things that will make a success of your life. And that doesn't matter whether you don't work, whether you're a boss, whether you're entrepreneurial, or whether you work at a company, okay? Everybody must know where they're going. So many people get up every morning and haven't got a clue what they're doing, okay? And I talk to a lot of people and they say, I feel lost. I say, well, where are you going? I say, well, I don't know. You can't be lost if you don't know where you're going. So the first thing that you've got to do, and this doesn't matter what you are, you've got to have a clear mental image of where you're going. Make sense? So at last, you'll get up in the morning and you keep thinking about this clear mental image until it becomes something that you're going to achieve. Okay? So this is your clear mental image. And whether you work for someone or not, you must know where you're going. You must know what you want out of life, because so many people don't know what they want. And then, if you're working here, right, here, you've got to make it where you want to be. So many people, they just go to work, pass the time, 8 hours, and then I can go home, right? That's no good. Make where you are where you want to be, okay? So make enjoyment of your work, okay? It will come across. The people that come in that you interact with, make it enjoyable, okay? Don't walk around with a long face, because that's going to rub off on the customers, it's going to rub off on the people you work with, and it's just going to make 8 hours seem like an eternity. Make where you are where you want to be, and make a bit of a game of it, okay? So that you look forward to going to work, okay? Because your job gives you your income, which allows you to do all the things that you want to do, okay? So it's a very important part of your life. So don't just think of it as something where you've got to go and kill time. Then, an awful lot of us drag the past around with us. Okay, this is all such simple stuff, guys, but if you do these things, your mindset will change. A lot of us drag the past around with us, and they drag all the problems around with us, and they say, oh, woe is me, I haven't got a good job, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. So you're defeating yourself before you start, okay? This will grow. Your mind will grow anything you plant in it, but you keep planting, woe is me. Everything's going wrong. I can't do this. I can't do that. And what do you think your mind does with it? It grows it so that it makes it a reality. So what you've got to start doing is planting stuff in your brain that you can grow that's good. Okay? And that is, make where you are where you want to be. Plant something nice. Enjoy your work. If you've got to go to work, right, enjoy it. Why be miserable about it? That slight little thing, make it a bit of a game, go into work, start enjoying what's happening. And the thing is, when I said to you earlier, people say they feel lost, and that they will feel lost. And if you go off track, you can always find your way back, because you know where you're going. I said earlier that so many people haven't got this clear mental image of what they want, and it doesn't matter what that is, okay? But it's got to be something that's going to stretch you so that you're actually going to try and put that extra bit of effort in to achieve it. But once you know where you're going, you can't go off track, because if you actually wander off, you can always get on track because you know where you're going. The other thing that happens when you know where you're going and you're happy where you are, you get opportunities, right? Opportunities are presented to you all the time, but you walk past them, okay? You miss them because they don't represent as opportunities. And a lot of people just gather everything. Now, I don't know about you, but many people that I know have got rooms full of stuff with the label just in case written on it, okay? Like the cup with the broken handle, okay? I'll put that by in case I ever need a cup with a broken handle. So we've got this room full of stuff that we don't need, okay? So we tend to sort of grab at everything, and we don't know whether we're going to need it or not. But with this, When you know where you're going, an opportunity arises, okay? And you know it makes sense. Now, let's say, for example, I want to open a business and I need a shop. As I drive along, what we call the reticular activating system comes into play, and it just shows me every single empty shop that's about, okay? Then, because I need an empty shop, I say that would be good, and it's an opportunity that I can now assimilate and make sense of. But if you don't need a shop, okay, but you know where you're going, you don't need a shop, you'll still see all the empty shops, but they won't resonate as an opportunity. So you're not spending wasted energy trying to gather up opportunities that aren't relevant to your journey. Okay, so if you are in a business and you're working for a company and an opportunity arises, provided you know in your clear mental image, you want to be a manager, right? You want to be a department head, you want to be this, you want to be that. As long as you know what you want to be, the opportunities will present themselves. So that if all of a sudden you hear something within the company on the grapevine, you know it's an opportunity because you know where you're going. Okay, so it's as simple as that, guys. Get a clear mental image of where you want to go. Make where you are where you want to be, and get rid of all the rubbish in the past. Now, here's a great one, and this is something that I found out over many, many years. The feeling creates the result. So if you're happy here, this becomes easy. If you're miserable here, this becomes very, very difficult and almost impossible to do, because the feeling creates the result. Now, a lot of people think that if they get a big pile of money, it will solve a problem. That gives you what we call temporary relief, not real relief, because if you don't know what to do with the money and you're not at peace with yourself, it will never make you happy. It will never give you that feeling, okay? So that is a real big secret, is that when you feel happy, the next thing that happens is normally associated with being happy. If you're miserable, the next action is associated with being miserable. Remember, this grows whatever you plant, so make sure that you're happy, because the feeling creates the result. The result will only create a temporary feeling, not a real feeling. It might just give you temporary relief because you've paid a bill, but that's not. You've got to actually be dominantly happy, okay? And the other thing is, people always say to me, well, how do I get here? And do you know what I say? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. But all I do know is if you know where you're going, the next step will be clear. You won't know how to get here, but you'll know how to do the next step, okay? So on your journey, don't worry, don't try and do this in one jump, because it won't happen. Once you've got that clear, everything will unfold towards it, and the only thing that you need to know is the next step. And guess what? When you get there, you'll then know how to do the next step. So it's a whole group of hows, not one big one. You will know how to do every step as long as you know where you're going. Okay? So there you go, guys. That is whether you're working, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a business owner, or whether you work with a company. This is the secret of success. Know where you're going, make where you are where you want to be, and get rid of all the rubbish in the past.